It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MedProject or visit medproject.org.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to a J360 Mini Bite hosted by J.M. Brady. And I'm your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it! How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, I know it's been kind of a weird week. As of right now, the Mini Bite is actually on a Thursday instead of a Tuesday, and the J-Man Show is on a Friday instead of a Wednesday, but damn. Hey, been busy lately. Started working on a whole bunch of J360 TV things I had on loose end. And as of right now, they're actually coming together pretty well. You know, with some graphic designing here. It's been a while since I actually sat back and watched some graphics render out. Yep, some stuff is going to happen on YouTube and Twitch. So that's something for you all to look forward to. I also got a link tree ready in case y'all need it. And that'll be going over to the Twitter and to, well, there's like, how many Twitters do I have now? Yeah, I have two. I have two that you need to worry about. So, yeah, one for J360 TV and the other one for the main company. So, yeah, just some new stuff for y'all to look into. And I hope you're all doing well. I mean, what with some states starting to reopen again, I think it's pretty okay that we're getting back on some sort of even keel here. Because, I don't have to tell you that things have been pretty screwed up as of late. Especially with, everybody just hating the hell out of 2020. Matter of fact, y'all hate 2020 a lot more than you hate 2016, don't you? Apparently, in the growth of 4 years, things have really, really pedaled backwards, didn't they? They went from funny to really screwed up. And it's only going to get... I'm not going to say it's going to get worse, but I'm just going to say... Yeah, it's a real cesspool, man. A lot to dig through. A lot to go ahead and knock out of the way. And I'm not even talking in the political game. And would you believe, like, with all that's going on between the common folk, I didn't have time to go after the social elites this time? Yeah. I get to do that next week, but, it's just... Damn. I mean, like, I was at the day job the other day, and we managed to get some stock in so that we could go ahead and put it out there for the people because, you work in retail, you're a hero now. You're a great hero. You're somebody that can get a plastic pen one week and go ahead and get kicked in the face by management the next week, in addition to the following week to have the customers, the ones that you serve and provide the food for, they go ahead and they start talking serious smack about the stuff that you have. You can tell she comes from a rich home. She come up there, she like, this is like Russia. There's nothing here. I was like, man, it took every piece of me to not say this. Say, hey, look here, you. Try not to cuss. But I was really thinking, hey, look here, you bastard. You've never been to Russia. Like, I don't know why people always got to do this where they go, oh, I'm going to go ahead and make a reference to a country I never been to. Hey, you seen that, right? Like this is obviously this chick never been to Russia because see the thing about Russia is they have food over there. It's just what they can afford and can't afford. I mean, good Lord. I mean, you should be happy that you're over here so that you're able to talk stupid stuff like that. Because if you were in Russia, lady, chances are you wouldn't get away with saying too much. And if you didn't give respect to Putin, we'll never see your ass again. Don't you understand? One way or another. It's the same thing with the Middle East countries too. Like, unless you're really doing your research or you've been over there or you know what's going on and see like how some areas are war torn, you really shouldn't make comments about that. See, we don't get that stuff over here on the daily. That's why people have a lot of PTSD when it comes to certain events that do happen. Just like 9/11, if you will. Like a lot of people are still having problems trying to figure that out. Lord knows, I'm just like this. I'm like, it unfortunately happened. We did not really rebuild from it. We're still suffering from the after effects. Matter of fact, we got that mixed with this whole Corona stuff going on. Yep. As if anything, like everybody's all sad and depressed and saying, I can't do this. I can't go out. I can't blah, 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 blah. I can't. I get it. It's an escape for you. You can't go to social bars. You can't do all those sort of things that you think was your normal, was your life. But you got to understand this too. You got to make changes. Maybe it's a sign to make changes about a few things. Maybe the things that you thought were great were not so great. You know, maybe it's like the first party you went to when you were 14. Yeah, you thought it was great and everything else. But then when you think back on it, everybody stank. The music was horrible. And that was light beer, not regular beer. Did I make a reference to my own life? No. As far as you know, I didn't. But the truth is this. You know, when you get down to it, I see a lot of people on social media complain about some really selfish crap. Okay, yeah, you know, you're not going to certain resorts. You're not doing all that traveling. I understand. But you see, you can make things fun if you weren't complaining as much. You can make, and I'm talking to those that actually can do this. Some people are still stuck in their own ways on it. Some people are really feeling the pinch of it. And I mean, it's like when you're getting hit from all sides. Yeah. Now, those of you that are really struggling through that, you know, the only thing I can say is really just be creative. Just find a way to get all that stuff down. I mean, some of y'all are hesitant to write, but write something, you know, put it together, become an artist, become something great. Now, I'm not going to force you to do it because we all have ways of recovery and we recover through different styles. You know, like me, myself, yeah, I might work at that stupid day job and I might be fighting management every damn day. Of course, I got a vacation coming up. So, you know, at the end of the day, I get to work on my real job. But you see, the point is that when you're focusing on the negative and you're extenuating all that hatred and all that stuff and all that insecurity, it boils over and it breaks you down. It's not a good look. And the worst part of it all is you'll go on social media, you put it all out there, and you're always going to have somebody out there to contest what you just said. I mean, it's bound to happen. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are just waiting to come and take a couple of shots at J-Man. And needless to say, J-Man will shoot right back. And the truth is, they can't handle it. They cannot handle it at all. And the truth is like, well, hell, you came to me, didn't you? I mean, of course I'm going to go ahead and say something back if it's not right or it's not factual or it's not rational or hell, you're just trying to dump down your pain on other people, and that's not cool either. We all have it. There's ways of getting it out. Why do you think I bought a trumpet and a guitar? Not just for, you know, stimulation and not just for a new adventure, but also to, you know, to go ahead and alleviate that pain, to have that escape. And being up here at midnight, just thinking, sitting in the dark not really in the dark, but under the heavenly glow of the J360 logo, just thinking of new different things to do. Because this is the time to thrive and actually, you know, provide not only entertainment, but information for you all. And at the same time, just staying focused on new things. Because, you know, Corona did kind of mess with my social for a little bit. But see, I'm that kind of person that's able to be in a group and able to function solo. You got some people out here, they have to be in the social atmosphere. They have to be in that group all the time. And, you know, and I look at them and I'm like, hey, I can't really throw too many stones at you. But you see, the thing is, when things get cut off and it's just you and me there, you either keep up or I might have to leave you behind. Oh, you know, okay, now I'm cold for that, right? Yeah, now I'm the bad guy for saying that. No. See, the truth is I'm not necessarily a villain like that, but I got to keep going too. That's all there is to it. You know, if it's like, say, me and my love interest. You know, she does what she does. We spend some time together and we keep going. And that's an adventure right there. There's nothing wrong with that. Still got to put up with me and I'll put up with her. That's the way it kind of goes. But you got some people, they live in their whole, this false sense of self or this fictionalized image, and they're just trying to project that on people. And they think that, at the end of the day, that's what real life is about. No, it's not. It's about how you treat people. We as a community, we're all suffering together. But, the thing about it is some people are not reaching out to others that are really, really sunk into their depression. And if they are sunk into their depression, you can't just tell them to get over it. It's an event. It's an event in their mind that causes them to do that kind of stuff, think that way, feel that way. And it's some sort of recovery that they need. The best thing you can do is give some sort of support in some sort of way. And with things being at a distance right now, in small doses, because some other people, they do what they want to do, and they're getting sick doing it, and they're finding new ways to louse this whole thing up, because hey, it's human nature, right? Why do the right thing when it's so easy to do the wrong thing? When it's so easy to be like, I do what I want, instead of just being, aware and doing what needs to be done. But it happens to everybody. Even myself, I had to take a little bit of a setback on a few things and be like, all right, well, let me think this through. Am I really doing it right? Am I really helping people, or am I hurting them? But on one way or another, I am helping you, because I'm going to help you to help yourself. You can do better. You can fight for what you believe in, but you got to do it in a rational sort of way. And don't let this new normal and all this dystopian hype here cause you to go erratic. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you got to put the mask on to go into like public places. Well, it was your choice to go to a public place. If you wanted to stay home, you could have stayed home and took the mask off and all that. But you see, like, if anything else, some of y'all have to live that life where somebody has to tell you that you're pretty. You ever see that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where it was Timmy and his crush Trixie or something like that? And they were on they were in a world where it was them by themselves, and she was just crazy as hell because nobody was telling her how pretty she was, and Timmy was getting exhausted like, oh, okay, you're pretty every time. There are people out there like that. They cannot help it. And social media in a way kind of elevated that nonsense. But see, the thing is, it's a sad sort of way to be. But, there are also some people out there judging those that do their content on OnlyFans, which I think is weird. I mean, nobody said you had to go to OnlyFans. I mean, hey, take it from me. My love interest has OnlyFans, and she does it up. I ain't worried about it. And plenty of friends I know have OnlyFans. They're either on Patreon or on OnlyFans, which, by the way, J360 Productions Patreon coming soon. And I need to go ahead and make OnlyFans myself because, hey, I could go ahead and oil myself up every damn time. Yeah, J-Man After Dark. A little uncut for you all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see how smooth my skin is. You cannot smell me, but you can see the glistening of my Nubian ways. And not to mention the way my hair looks. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Of course, there are some people out there that are really wanting that content. There's a market for everything. But, like I say, there's a lot of fear and a lot of dystopian hype, and it's just the negativity around here. You got to find a way to escape it. Or if anything, use it as a basis to create something great. Make a new IP. Make something fantastic. Those of you out there are probably saying, well, I tried, but it started sounding like Fallout. Then make a fanfic. Whatever it takes, man. Or lady. You got to do it up one way or another. And I just don't get why people are just so, well, I mean, actually, I do get it. It takes me back to my days as a preteen. When you're at your low point, you feel as though there's no way to go but low. Staying low. But then, if you're like me, and you realize that stuff only lasted a year because you're all you got, you start to pull yourself together, you start to really realize what's great about you and your image, and you start really climbing the ladder, and you know that there's no other limit than yourself, and you just keep climbing, you build yourself up to becoming bigger and better than what you are, and then your J-Man image starts to click, and then all of a sudden, you are who you said you were, which is where I'm at now. Because yes, college is over, and while we can hate 2020, I don't hate 2020 because I set out to do what I was supposed to do, and 2020 was my deadline. I've already made it. And I only have no place to go but for the rest of my life here, and in building J360 Productions, and in talking to the community that surrounds me, and trying to be a part of things, because this won't last forever. Period. So it's all about what we do now. You see what I'm saying? And life's too short to be sad like that. Sadness happens, but it doesn't last forever. Bounce back, work on your escape, and while you're at it, don't stay gone long. Come back, because you're a fighter like me. If you are part of the J360 Legion, you're a fighter. All right? And that's for now, because I got to go ahead and get on out of here. So I'll catch you all later for the J-Man Show tomorrow. Peace.
It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.